You're listening to the future of talk. American Freedom Radio. This is American Freedom Radio.
Don't miss Deadline Live with Jack Flood. He doesn't just cover the news, he uncovers the news. Weekday afternoons, 3 to 5 p.m. Central, only on American Freedom Radio.
Pokerface CD out now, pokerface.com. The song's called Survive. Shout out to all the boys. Brett, Dennis, Richie. And joining us right now, just one of my favorite people in the world, Paul Topete. Singer, songwriter, guitar player, keyboarder, bongo nanny. Pokerface.com. Hey, Paul, great to have you aboard. Thanks for joining us on the show.
Brother Jack, always a pleasure, man. How are you?
I'm great, and I'm loving the new record, especially the song Grassoline, which I think we'll try to play on the show.
Great, man.
This record is my Pakalolo now because I'm not allowed. My doctor says I can't do it anymore.
Is that right?
Is that bad news or what? He says I'll be 800 pounds if I keep doing that.
Fuck, man.
Oh,
Well, dude,
that's it. Interview over. Peace or War. It's the new CD, Songs for the Revolution, and that's exactly what it is by Pokerface. You know, Paul, I'm looking at the fold-out here included in the CD, and I could just hand this out. I could just hand this out on the street corner as long as I cut out the middle where you mentioned Victor Thorne. That's interesting, and that shows what a uniter and not a divider you are, my friend, because you dedicated this CD to me and Victor Thorne. So there you go.
Brother, you know, I'm trying to get everybody on the 80% program. You know, if we could just set aside our hardcore differences, we could just steer together in the same direction, man.
Yeah. I agree. Tell Victor anytime he wants to call me and apologize, I am more than happy to do that.
Well, brother, I'll be talking to him next week, and I'll see what I can do to get you brothers back to being brothers again, man.
That'll happen. You know what? I told you this on the phone today. Every CD, this is your fifth CD. I've been waiting for a while for this one to come out. And with every CD, I just become a bigger fan of your band. I love rock music. I love guitar music. And you guys are so fun to hang out with. We'll talk a little bit about that. But you really put it all down. It would have been so easy for you guys to write songs about girls and cars and be famous. I mean, that's how talented you guys are.
Well, thanks, man. Yeah, we could have been signed when Nickelback got signed, and we chose to keep our integrity and just sing about sex, drugs, and rock and roll, which, you know, we're okay with a lot of that, as long as you do it in moderation. But we sing more about God, country, family, so that doesn't make you popular in today's politically correct culture.
I guess not. Speaking of rocks, you know what happened to Nickelback in South America? They played a big concert down there with Motorhead or something. The fans literally threw rocks at them.
I heard that happened in Portugal, too, man. So internationally, man, they're not loved.
Well, I mean, you know, people know what they like. You know, if you guys were to take the stage in that case, I think they'd be throwing you some love. In fact, this CD, Paul, is kind of like a love letter to the elite in a way. I mean, I use the word love kind of exponentially, but isn't it a little bit? I mean, hi, elite, here we are. We're outing you. We love you, but, you know, we pretty much want you all to go away, quote unquote.
In one form or another, man, you know, I'd rather they leave voluntarily, but unfortunately these bastards think that they've stolen all of our wealth, our freedoms, and they're not going to give it back unless there is going to be equal force opposing them.
Hey, what do you think about this recent shooting? There was another one today, but I was talking about the one yesterday. It's hard to keep track of them. Here at Fort Hood, just up the road from me. What did you think when you started seeing all that?
The first thing with every other operation is like what MK Ultra victim today they put forth to you know start up the anti-gun rhetoric.
That's because you've been unlearned and unconditioned.
I've been deprogrammed, brother.
I guess you just have that filter, right? After so many years of doing this, and you've been at it a long time, where you look at something, you go, nah, I ain't buying that. You know, I just got this from Jerome Corsi. The shooter advised the Obama transition. The Fort Hood Triggerman aided team on Homeland Security Task Force, and he also schooled at Bethesda, Maryland.
Well, the way it is now, it's like I'm going to err on the side of, you know, it's a government operation happening before I err on the side that it's just a random lone gunman, you know. It doesn't cut it anymore.
It's not that we're a conspiracy theorist. I've often billed myself as A, conspiracy debunker, and B, a conspiracy archivist. You know, I mean, somebody does a dirty job, but someone's got to do it, Paul. And
you do a great job of it, brother. I have to tell you that.
I try. You know, one of the things we ran into yesterday was, you know, everybody in their little group think pattern. You know, once you get into this and you start pulling the mask off of these Federal Reserve types and all these people, you can easily fall into a whole nother camp, a whole nother locked mindset, controlled belief system of, you know, the patriot mythology. And if you don't agree with everything that your brothers say, then somehow they're working with the CIA or they don't know what's happening. And it's always this celebration of our differences rather than our similarities. Paul, it's safe to say you and I wouldn't agree on everything, but here we are friends, and we've hung out together and done events together and get along great, and you're on the show today. I mean, can you speak to that for a second, this kind of ingrained, you go off the chart from the force-fed information that you've grown up with your whole life, and then you, quote-unquote, wake up, and then you find yourself right into another camp where everyone has to agree with you.